Alright, so due to a couple of people asking for it, which I'm pretty much baffled by, this deck is pretty alright. I'm here to deliver the red-green launch deck profile. I've been playing this leader for a long time, ever since it came out. It's what brought me back into the game, and honestly, I like it. It's pretty fun, pretty decent in this meta. But yeah, dude, it's mainly because of popular demand. A decent amount of people asked for it, so we're just gonna get straight into it. So right here we have the leader launch. As she's a 5k Earthling, unfortunately, but these effects make up for it. Essentially, every time you combo, you draw a card. When a card in your life is flipped face up, you draw a card, flip her over. This is a little bit better side. Instead of a 5k, she's a 10k. And every time she swings, she negs a card on the field by negative 5k. That's really good because you can kill blockers or just neg a leader to make the attack more even. She has the same effects as the backside where she combos, draw a card. Life gets flipped face up, draw a card, flip her over. Pretty much just rinse and repeat. There is no awaken, so you're not affected by effects that say awaken per se, like the hit cards. Does not affect this. Super good. I love this leader. Her archetype isn't exactly the best, but there's a lot of red goodies that make up for it, so we're just gonna get straight into that. This is the main deck. It's a 59 card deck. Works pretty well. So we have 3 launch feminine wills. We have 4 launch the pure hearted. And we have 4 Bulma, confident friend. These are your flippers. You always want to see these to get your main draws. Combo with them, flip a card like combo them, flip a life face up, draw off leader, draw off the combo. Super good card. This is the best one. If you're on the 5k side of your leader, you essentially get to combo this from drop area, send it to the warp after. That's super good. And it's just very helpful in times when you don't have these in hand. You gotta earn drop. So just keep track of her. When you play her, draw a card. Pretty self-explanatory if you want to get the extra draw. When this is on the field and something is negged by 5k, you get to also neg something by 5k. Again, a battle card of unison. It's pretty decent, but I usually don't end up playing it. It's just another combo piece to flip to the other side. So that's pretty good. Next, I'm doing the mono red section first. So we have 2 Son Goku's Divine Presence. These cards are really good. I haven't quite tested it out yet, but with this deck, you combo out so much mono red that you're gonna see play this guy. Filters your deck, gets a boost, and is really hard to get rid of. So just super good card all in all. We run 2 Broly Counter Retributions. Card's really good. With the meta, you needing to have 2 energy open for counter plays and all that. Play this guy out. It's either they're gonna counter it, or they're going to waste a counter on it, or they're just going to let you see their hand. And hand knowledge with this deck is super helpful because now you know what counters they have, so you can either steamroll them or you can play defensively. So hand knowledge is always good. We run 2 SS3 Son Gokus, one-hit wonders. These are really good for alliance targets or just full-on pressure because your other side, she's always negging something. So if they have a battle card like a blocker, neg the blocker, play the Goku. That's a 15k body on field. Really good card. I like it. It's something you can either charge it or combo with it. It's very situational. I kind of don't play him a lot, but he's good when you see him. Rerun 3 Kaioken Gokus. These are really good. There's a pesky 25k card on the field that you need to get rid of. This deck has very little removal, so just this card alone is super good. Good Floodgate. Gets rid of all annoying cards on the field, so SS4 Bardock, all their cards are 16k, just gets rid of them. And he has the flex, so Bardock is not touching him. This card is stupid. This card is so good against blue-yellow. So we have Vegeta's Resolve Renewed. This is a really good counterplay for all the body negates that would come out on field. He sends them straight to the drop for 1 energy if you have 3 energy or more. So you tap 1 for him, play him out. Their body negates that are 15k or less, straight to the drop. Super good. Blue-yellow players hate this because they forgot that it existed, so when they tap 4 for the Goku Blacks to play multiple tokens, play this out, the tokens get sent straight to the drop. They just tap 4 for nothing. Super good. I love that card. So, since our leader is also can neg a leader by 5k, you can end up using this card to go for game. Super good. Makes it even, so if they're on the 15, neg it, make it 10. You already comboed to go on the other side, so you're at 10-10 with leader. Tap 1 for this. There you go. They have to escape out of it. So they're gonna get rid of a lot of cards. Green is the only situation with this because they can just rip it out usually, but other colors they have to combo out a lot to get rid of that. So up to our next red cards. These are mainly our negates. We run 2 Testing the Opposition, 3 topos, and 3 violent rays. Now, topos are really good for the decks that get under violence. Violence is really good for if there's a lot of decks that are going to counterplay this for sure. So that's super good. And then testing the op is just so clutch. You take a life, it's free, play a blocker, just a really good free card. These are pretty expensive with this deck. But when you can get it off, they make up for it so damn much. It's just a really good card. I might bump up testing op to 3 and reduce one of these to 2, but so far I like the way it is right now. So those are our red negates. Onto our green, we have 3 hasty dispatch dispos. We have plenty of 1-drops in the deck, especially the launches and Bulmas. He can just play them out. Yes, their effects are negated, but it's super helpful because now you also have another alliance target if you're missing something. Super good. When some people may be a little bit confused with the alliance, like which ones I play, because there's a lot to choose from, but it's the most obvious one. I'll show when we get to it. So we have 3 dispos. We have 4 trunks, a helping blast. Super good card, and the only reason why I play this card is because we are playing 4 Piccolo Juniors, Eradicator of Peace. He's our alliance target. Tap 2, play him, swing, activate alliance usually with him because he comes out for free. The moment there's a red-green card on field, you just play him out. Not the moment, you still have to play him out normally. So once he's played with the Piccolo, essentially that's just a free alliance right there. Swing, alliance, and now since he activated alliance, your opponent burns 1 damage and you draw 2. And he's a double striker. 16k, that is so good in this game. It's very powerful. It can get very countered easily, so he is, it's pretty balanced because he's a 2-drop, no barrier, no protection. You can just get rid of him like it's nothing. But when he comes on the field, he is going to cause some damage, and that's why I love this card. Helps out a lot with the deck. This deck is just aggro. It's pretty fun. It's kind of weird in this meta, but from then on, we have 3 acrobatic Gogetas and 3 resonant explosion Gogetas. Obviously, since you're running alliance, you're going to want to play out these Gogetas, so now you have a 20k double strike body for a 1 red, and when he comes out, swing with him, use Gogeta as this alliance. His effect goes off. Since he was put to rest with alliance, that's an automatic burn damage, and he's a burn damage. So that's 2 damages already just with 1 swing, and it could possibly be 4 if that double strike goes through. So ideally, if you're going to go for the final blow and you know you can do it safely, swing, use him for alliance, and use him for alliance, gains the powers. That's a 51 double strike swing. That's a lot to get over, but if you can get it off, it's so rewarding. I might bump these up to 4 because I don't see him as often, unfortunately, with the big deck, but this deck is really like specific. If you take out an engine, it's kind of eh, but I'll explain it later. We have 3 check lands. We have Demonic Origins. That's really all it is. You want to charge a red-green first. You need a red-green in your energy, without a doubt. Just super helpful. So for that, we run 2 Raditz for either a free combo for the arrival or just a free red-green charge. If you want, you can play him. If you know you can play him safely, it'd be pretty good, but I rarely ever play him. I've only played him ever once, and I've had this deck for like months. We run 4 Nappa super combos, very self-explanatory. Combo, it's a red-green, so you can get your arrival off, and then he comes into play. So now he's an alliance target, or you can just straight up combo him again. That's technically 8 super combos right there. This card is amazing, and it's just really helpful when you need that little bit of aggro. And onto our secret rares, we run 1 Kaioken. This card comes in clutch so many times. People forget that this card exists. For those who don't know, essentially, he has deflect, by the way. When you have 20 or more red or green cards in your drop area, you tap 5 for him, comes out on field. His active main is you can take a life, look at your opponent's hand, ditch it, he gains 25k. So if I have 7 life, I'm taking 6 cards, and he gets 25k for each. That is insane. And when your life is at 1, he's a triple strike dual attack. So you just take lives until you're at 1, and that's a big beater on the field. This is game right here. This card's stupid. To get rid of this guy is really difficult and really specific. So when he comes out, that's basically it. We run 1 SS4 Bardock fighting against Fate. It's very self-explanatory. He's a vanilla dual attack overwhelm. When you need that game ender, he's super helpful. You can also bring out Kaioken And then if that doesn't go through, let's say they have one life left, they combo out their entire hand somehow, or they just have 1 life left, over on play Bardock. What are they going to do? It's very risky. It's a very dangerous game. It's a very good game ender, and for our secret rare, we run 1 Supreme Kai. This card is amazing, and without it, Launch might not be even worth playing, because Launch, like I said, has very awful defense. It's hard to get rid of things on the opponent's field, so when she comes out and just board wipes everything, it is so good. This card saves the deck, and it makes the deck. Without it, I'd probably be losing way more often than winning. So that's a really good card. Also for testing the ops tokens, we have a Princess Bubblegum and a Marceline token. If you're not running these, you're playing the deck wrong. You have to get these. These are very mandatory. I'm telling you. And now for our side deck, we run 1 Jiren. Very good against blue. They're ramping up to play their 17. Tap 2, play him. It's over. Because without your hand in this deck, you are dead. You need your hand in this game. You draw a giant hand, you draw tons of cards, you need your hand. So you have to find any way to get it back. We run another Kaioken, just in case we come across Mill. You know, this just builds up Kaioken, so Mill helps us out a bit, because we get to play a Kaioken a lot sooner if we get to 5 energy. But also, we don't want the chance of them risking them milling our 1 and only Kaioken. So just another one on field is super good. Helps out a lot. This is kind of dated. I'm probably going to take these out, switch them for something else. We have 2 babies. The only reason why these were in here was for 18, because 18 just kills us, man. Mill, we draw half of our deck. So if we have another deck milling out half of our deck, we just die, like, really fast, and it's just very unfortunate. So this is for 18. I'm going to swap these out for the My Silver Bullets against blue, just because they're way better. We have 2 Black Mass Saiyans. These are helpful when they're going to play pesky, probably body negates, or they're just a deck that spams out a lot of 15 or lower K cards. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit SS4. We really need a card like that to help out. That's why I'm thinking about running the Red Corn Sensu Beans to at least give us that boost and next something by 5k, but first I gotta find them. We have 2 Max Power Kamehamehas. Like I said, we need more removal, so active main, choose a card with the energy cost higher, send it to the board. Super good. I like it. I might even main deck it. Now, this is kind of controversial because a lot of people like to choose the Draw Apes over this guy. So this is here for, obviously, hand destruction, Cell Surges on the run, and it hurts us a lot. I like this guy more than Apes because if they have because usually Cell Surge are going to run this to anticipate the Deborah. So, but Leader swings, negs 5, kills it. I can safely play my Deborahs. Super helpful. Draw 2 for only 1, and you have a 15k body on board. It's pretty helpful, honestly. And this is for our one of my hardest matchups, Gogeta Xeno. So you tap 2, you say Gogeta Xeno, 6-drop. You know, they can't play for the turn. This card is just clutch. I love this card a lot. In Bardock, let's say they have a swarm of Gogetas on board, bring them out. You know, they have the blockers. They all get sent to the warp, 6 or higher. Very helpful. Also stops the SS4 Gogeta, so it's super good. A lot of people forget about that card too, so it's really good to bring it out. This deck is mostly cards that people forgot about, like the Red Vegeta counterplay or the Kaioken, so you just catch them by surprise, and it's just game winning. It is super helpful. That Kaioken has won me so many games, and the Vegeta counterplay, so many people just forgot about it. The position where this deck stands is a very mixed position. It's very aggro, does the job really good, you draw a ton of cards, very nice, but it just lacks the defense. Even with all these cards, it still has kind of a weak defense because she is, at the end of the day, 10k, and you can only get away with it for so long. You know, your Topos can get counterplayed, with yellow being more on the run, your Violent Rays can get negated, your Piccolos are very counterable. Essentially, the only reason why I added in these Divine Presences is not only because you combo a lot of mono red, but because now you have more cards to attack with, because your only attackers are really just the Gogeta Double Strike and your Piccolo Jr. Yeah, your Kaioken's in there too, but you're usually going to go into them the most. So I added these in last second because this just, you know, it does a lot of damage. Gains power, it's a beat stick, and if you want, you can really just give it Double Strike to go for the game ender. So super good card, but that's what this deck lacks. The defense also, you need the gold medal leader. It's sold out. There's only 25, so you gotta buy it off somebody, because if you don't have this, man, come on, you're lacking. But with that, that's the launch deck profile. It actually means a lot that a lot of people ask for it, because people want to see the deck, and I thank you for that. I like the deck. Build it if you want. Super fun. If you can get it off, it pops off really well. That's basically it. Maybe I'll make another one of these for another deck I had in mind. But until then, I'll just stick to unboxings. So thank y'all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.